diagnosis. There's been lots of speculations all the way from lead poisoning from the wine he drank, to mercury treatments, to just congenital or whatever. I heard a talk once by a quite well-known neurologist who talked about thickening of the bone structure of the skull, which caused the skull to settle on the spinal column and impaired the optic nerve. But actually, nobody. There's even been hair analysis to determine that there were high quantities of lead in Beethoven's hair.
Wow.
As to exactly why he lost his hearing, we don't know.
Well, if he had been living today in the 20th, 21st century, you can say it's from the loud music, but or from a disease or something. So
yeah,
not at that time, I don't think. No. There's the Beethoven Emperor Piano Concerto, and what else is on the? Is that the one piece, or what else is being played on March 16th?
We're going to open the program with Samuel Barber's Adagio for Strings.
Okay.
I chose it because I've tried to for a couple of reasons. I've wanted to make a emphasis on American music this year. So we did that All-American program in February. Secondly, the Adagio for Strings is a just wonderful, beautiful piece. And it's often been played to commemorate tragic occasions. So it was played at the funeral of Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Okay.
And it was also played at a ceremony marking the collapse of the World Trade Center.
Oh.
And so I was thinking about that. And this is the 20th anniversary year of that, which is astonishing in itself. Yeah. And also a kind of in memoriam for the hundreds of thousands of people who have died from this terrible pandemic.
Okay.
So, for those couple of reasons, I chose it. There's a funny story about it that.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, tell us.
Toscanini in 1937, which was the year after Barber wrote the string quartet, from which the Adagio for Strings comes, was looking around for some music. He wanted to do an all-American concert with what was the newly formed NBC Symphony. So he asked Arthur Rodzinski, and Rodzinski suggested Barber's first essay for the Adagio movement from the string quartet. So Barber quickly arranged the string quartet for full strings, sent it to Toscanini, and never heard back from him. And then the next year, Barber was in Italy with Giancarlo Menotti, and they were invited to the Toscanini Villa.
Okay.
And Barber refused to go. So Menotti said Barber was ill, and Toscanini said, "Oh, he's perfectly well. He's just angry with me, but he has no reason to be. I'm going to do both pieces." So Toscanini actually conducted the premiere of the Adagio for Strings for orchestra. So.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Joseph, do you have anything else to say about the concert coming up?
Just that I'm thrilled and excited, very thankful for Professor Vodnoy for inviting me, and I hope that it goes very smoothly.
Well, I'm going to be there again, so I'm looking forward to it as well. Will there be, Robert? Will there be other concerts after the March 16th concert? What do you have in mind, or for the spring of 2021, either here in Sarasota, Florida, or else anywhere else?
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about trying to do another Music Performance Trust Fund concert, but you can imagine the amount of effort that it takes to with our small little staff and heroic band of musicians to do these now 3 concerts this year, which is actually more than we did last year.
That's true.
We're already at our hands full. So we'll see.
Well, how did you practice? Did you get together through Zoom, or is that how you practiced together?
Oh, no, we're miracle workers. We got together at 2:00 and we rehearsed the program, and then we took a brief dinner break, played it, took another break for an hour, and then played it again. So everybody got there at 2, everybody left at 9, and that was it.
That's amazing. Well, I mean, when I was acting and doing other things, you'd practice, you'd rehearse and everything for weeks at a time, and then, I just can't see it. It's like doing a soap opera. You get up and you start, you learn it half an hour before you have to go on. It's amazing. Yeah,
I also would like to say, by the way, that I'm really thrilled to be doing this performance with Joseph. We become friends and acquaintances by virtue of email and talking on the phone, but
That's right.
We'll actually be meeting each other for the first time at 2:00 on March 16th.
Oh, okay. Joseph, where do you live?
I live in West Palm Beach, where I teach at Palm Beach Atlantic University.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I saw that now I think back, now I saw that over in the biography. Let's see, how about all the musicians holding up in this COVID-19 crisis, and do you think it's, it's a $64,000 question, that's an old way, a $64 million question, but when's this thing going to be over, and when are we going to get back to normal?
And your question is greeted with dead silence.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't really know. Joseph, I know that you've been maintaining somewhat of a concert schedule, right?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised at how well things have gone. In November, I got to perform Beethoven's 4th Concerto in Fort Myers with the Gulf Coast Symphony, and we did the similar string-only arrangement, which was exciting. And then other than that, I've been doing some online concerts, some pre-recorded concerts, but generally just having a lot more time to practice and learn repertoire, which is also kind of a nice break. So I'm in the very fortunate few who've been able to keep things going.
Right, and you're not blowing through a horn, so you're spreading respiratory things, as Robert was saying before.
Yeah. I feel the same sense of being lucky and being fortunate that Joseph does, because the musicians are really eager to be able to make music together with other musicians and for a live audience. So they're very enthusiastic, and they arrive prepared and ready to go. So that's terrific. And I'm hoping even that even by March, at the time that we're talking, it is March, right?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, almost March. That it will be, people will feel even more confident.
Yeah. Well, who are the people who go to these concerts? They're usually older people, retired people, especially in Florida, which that's all you find, really. And unfortunately, these people are the ones affected most by the COVID. So that's a little bit of a problem. But
we actually had one audience member there last night who was 10, so that was great.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about the Chamber Orchestra. How's it doing now financially, and how can people donate to the orchestra? And are you a 501c3?
Right, good questions. So if you didn't have a chance to hear the February 16th concert, it's online. Just go to YouTube and put down Chamber Orchestra of Sarasota February 16th concert, and it'll come right up.
Okay.
And if you enjoy it, you can go to our Facebook page, which I mentioned earlier, chamberorchestrasarasota.org, I'm sorry, go to the Facebook page, not the website. And there's a donate button right on the page.
Okay. And are you publishing a concert program or an ad book this year? Or is it too late to buy an ad for the March 16th program?
Well, the book is published and printed. If somebody's interested in buying some advertising, we can include it in the program insert. So there's still time for somebody if they want to help us out. We'd love to have help.
Yeah, I mean, right. That's how it always is, of course. Okay. Yeah. Joseph, have you played, or did you play a couple of years ago? And you haven't played yet in any of the Chamber Orchestra of Sarasota concerts yet, no?
No, this will be my official debut.
Okay.
Joseph, have you played in Sarasota before, or is this also a Sarasota debut?
Sarasota debut as well. I've never actually had the pleasure of being to the city, and I'm very much looking forward.
Yeah, well, there's a lot going on in Sarasota. They have a lot of theater, a lot of a lot of everything. So there's opera, there's several theaters, and got everything going in Sarasota. Okay, well, listen, we only have about 15 seconds left, so I'm going to have to shut this down. This interview will air in the upcoming weeks. Director Vodnoy, Robert Vodnoy, directs the Chamber Orchestra of Sarasota, Florida. You can reach him at rvodnoy@gmail.com, and his website is the Chamber Orchestra Sarasota.org. Pianist Joseph Kingma's website is josephkingma.com, and his email, am I allowed to give your email?
Sure.
Joseph@josephkingma.com. You can donate to the Chamber Orchestra on the website that Robert has just talked to you about, or on his Facebook page. I'd like to thank Robert Vodnoy and Joseph Kingma for being on our show today. My name is Richard Bont, and this is Curmudgeonly Yours, an eclectic show on Society Bites Radio. You can download these podcasts on societybitesradio.com. Radio, that's with two Ds, RADDIO.net, or richardbont.com, and you can also listen to us on iHeart and AHA Radio, iTunes, Spotify, Sound Echo, and several other internet platforms. Thank you, Robert Vodnoy and Joseph Kingma.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Richard.
So I'd like to thank our guests for being on Curmudgeonly Yours today, and please, if you like what you heard, send me an email to richard@richardbont.com, and if you didn't, please keep your comments to yourself. Remember, this is Richard Bont and Curmudgeonly Yours on Society Bites Radio, where everything is what it seems, nothing is what it seems, and what is not said is often of most interest.